Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. We're playing some Out of Ore today. We are on the frozen map here. We made some changes and updates. We had the beta update that we talked about for a little bit, and we bought some of the new equipment. We're going to start going back over here. This is our tunnel area. I did close this off. Um, whoa. So I added a ramp over here. I put in some hoppers so we can start shaving off the top of this. Um, it goes over here, goes through here, and dumps into this one. So this is one of the new machines from the last update. We did play around with it a little bit already, but some of this will be, or maybe the majority of it will be just trash dirt that we'll sell off automatically. It does look like we're getting a decent amount of pay dirt as well. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for all the Out of Ore. There's also quite a few other things. We're playing Seafarer right now, the ship sim. If you're interested in that, that's on the channel as well. Trying to fill it out. It's early access. I think we need to get to level 5 to get the fast travel activated, so that'll be our next goal. Doesn't help that we're kind of on an angle. Just quite can't get low enough. We're hung up on a light pole here. I think we're hung up on a light pole. Alright guys, let's go ahead and make our way down. Whoa, 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 ah, we're getting ground up in the hamburger. Alright. We got solid rock over here. We might need to do some blasting. Yeah, we got a lot of solid rock over here, so we'll need to blast a little bit. You don't want to use Dramite. You will lose material, so we're going to swap that out with the Anfo. Now we'll be able to scoop up some of that stuff fairly easy. Now that we've turned it into blasted rock versus solid rock. Favorite piece of equipment is still this loader by far. Settle down, dude. Settle down. Wasn't worried for a minute. So guys, they added a periodic table, a skill tree, and quite a few other updates. We've went over those in previous videos already, so if you haven't seen them, check it out. One of the things I really like about this game is they're continuing to add stuff every week, even if it's minor fixes. I am on the beta version. So pretty much everybody has access to the data if they want. They recommend you don't switch back and forth. This was one of the few maps that we got into iron ore and stuff right away. By just basically, I drove and came right into the mountain, right into the side of the mountain. We got some floors, we got some walls, we got some ceilings. Let's go ahead and update our little section here. Could really chew through a lot of resources pretty quickly. Okay, let's do this. Let's drop in some Dramite up here. And let's get rid of this. Alright, let's go. Let's add us another light in here. And we'll need a power cord as well. Let's mount the light. Buy two of those, so we got one for the next one. Now let's turn that bad boy on. Alright. And we can swap these back out for now. Let's see if we got anything that needs processed. Run that through. And we'll queue up some stuff. Get off my lawn, man. Alright. Oh yeah, we got quite a bit. So gold is soft. Diamond and ruby is kind of its own thing, obviously. Silicon is high temp. Low temp, high temp. This is our coal. We're going to leave that alone for now. This is our high temp smelter. We're going to wait on that. This is the low temp smelter on this side. So we did some upgrades. We did basically make this obsolete. So we can actually sell this if we would like at this point. Sell our 3 dirt for $4. Just sell that, and we'll put one down on some we'll put one down. I was using it to get water. We'll put oil's a great way to make money now, but as you can see, we're maxed out on water. And water is the same price as dirt. 14,000 a stack, roughly. 13,999. One of the subscribers told me this. I do appreciate you. I don't remember exactly who it was. Maybe, hopefully, they're subscribers. Somebody that at least watches the videos. But they were telling me, you know, you don't need to take the time to do the barrels anymore, so. I did AFK this quite a bit. which is why we got so much stuff. But every 10 stacks, guys, is 140,000. Every 100 stacks is 1.4 million. It's just passive income. The one on the oil is definitely better, or the one that you drop down on the coal is definitely better. We can produce fuel with it. Excuse me. But we'll work on that. We'll get us a coal patch, and we'll get us one of those down. Every stack of that 600 and some thousand. Crazy easy money. Money's not the issue in this game. Once you get started, and then once you get start getting going. I'm at 5 million, but I transferred money to the company, so now we have money in the company. So whenever we do a new map, I just draw from the company. That way, unless you really want to struggle, you never have to once you get started. And I kind of like that. You're not starting back over after playing the game for hours and hours and hours. Now, if you want that challenge, that is an option. You can absolutely do that. So it doesn't look like we're getting any raw material. So I don't know. Looks like we're short on steel, so we're going to put this in the high temp. Aluminum's high temp. And then these are all low temp, so we can just put them in that same row. Alright, so let's go ahead and queue up some high temp stuff and some low temp stuff. And we may have a few things in here. So high temp is going to be silicon, iron, if you want it to go to steel. Low temp if you want iron ore. So we're going to do that. That's going to start running that through. We may already have stuff down here from before. And we absolutely did. So we're going to top off our steel, which I did. And then I'm just going to let the rest of it run. Here is the low temp. We'll let that run. Let's put some stuff in the container here. We'll keep the shovel. As I clicked it to move it while in the container, so it automatically moved it. So we'll go ahead and sell a stack of gold today. And we'll top off our iron. So one stack of gold bars is 1.4 million and some change. Again, we're up to 7 million. This was also in the recent update, guys. A long boom. Now, this really is obsolete. We could actually just sell these. We do need to keep nuts and bolts automated, which is steel. We'll do 100 ceilings and then 50 walls. Okay. Ruby's here, so let's queue up some more. Alright. Diamonds here, let's queue up some more. Let's queue up some cement. Then we'll put the rest of it over here. And you could just sell a stack of cement if you would like. So, we don't have a stack, but that's worth $275,000. This one's got 5,700. This one's got 4,700. So I'm just gonna put them all into there. This has got 9,000 water. This has got over a stack. So let's just. What we'll do is we'll sell this. We'll go ahead and take this $4,400. Boom, in our pocket. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, let's go ahead and queue up. Whoa. We'll go ahead and queue up 50 of these. And we'll do 25 of each of the ramps. And this one. Then over here we'll do 125, we'll do floors, walls, and floors again. There we go. Well, we got all that running. Again, we could sell these off. We could put down another bolt machine. A CNC mill. Let me rearrange this here the way I want it. If not, it's going to drive me crazy. I go crazy. I do that normally, but is how I like it. Again, it's just your preference. You don't even have to have stuff in the hot bar. We just about took that thing out. Oh man. I'm not sure what we got going on over here. It's been a minute since I've been over here. Let's check this out. I do want to put a road from here to there as well. I haven't done that yet. But I think we're trying to get to this side a little more. I think I might want to start going down on this side even. Of course, if we go down this way, it would be faster to get into the mountain, but I'm trying to get into pay dirt. Now there's something else over here. This is iron, which is not a bad thing. Now if you go to grid build, it lines up right away, guys, so you don't have to worry about trying to snap it. So I don't know how big we want that to be before we start heading down or whatever, but this is the level I want to be at because I'm getting mostly pay dirt. But however you want to do it, there's a lot of ores and stuff over here as well. Lithium, iron, gold, aluminum. a little dangerous here. Let's get the, let's move the loader. All right, let's get after it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wrong button. We'll need to adjust here a little bit since we got knocked off course. Pretty good looking truck so far. Let's go ahead and dump it and get it processing. I don't think it's full. It's not. These lights on both sides, not a good idea. Or learning how to drive maybe would be a good idea. Alright, so over here is the kind of place you need to drop your a spot like this, a flat spot like this. This might be big enough, I'm not sure. Let's move this out of the way. This long boom I was playing around, oh Lord, I thought I was dead. I was playing around with this, you know, chipping away this overhang, but it's a pretty slow process. I just return it to inventory. We'll hang on to it just in case we want to try to use it to start clearing out for conveyors. I do want it down here somewhere. What are we out of? All the big blocks. But let's level this out a little bit, this direction with the loader here. Let's get us an oil plane up and running here. A fuel refinery, if you will. Might be easier to dump right here instead of turning all the way around. Whoa, my forehead. Helium. Not sure how we use that. Not sure what that's going to give us. Let's this is where the shovel could maybe do it. All right. Let's see. So the one that must be placed on coal is the one we want. We'll get a couple of them. Let's see where we can get this thing. So it's saying it'll work right there. It's saying it'll work right there. That one's saying it'll work right there. Okay. Let's go grab us. That'll be alright. Let's, okay. Now, I've tried to merge these before and it didn't really work out for me. So, if you've got tips on that, let me know. Alright, so we're going to need you need an oil refinery. Okay, 2 of those. We want 2 liquid tanks. Now, we're going to get a left and a right. And we're going to get a couple 4-meter straights. Or a couple of these short ones. Okay, let's see how it goes here. Okay. Then we want the oil refinery. What the hell, we buy them both the same direction? What am I doing? We want to hear it. What do we have? Wow. Let's get these even as well. Let's go ahead and put a 2 here. There we go. Okay. And we're going to do a refinery. And we're going to do a straight. And then we're going to do a liquid tank. Okay. Refinery. Liquid tank. Alright, now we need power on these beasts. So we'll need a couple motors. We're going to do the 10X, get as much as we can, as fast as we can. I don't know if it matters. Let's do one of each and it'll be a test, right? We'll do a 10X and a 5X. Okay. Now we're going to go into snap build. Snap right there. Where's it? Where do I need to be on this side? Right there. Okay. So, how much power does this require? 755. We'll call it 800. And this one's 455. This is the smaller one, right? Okay. So 800 and 500 is 1300. 1300. can't do, what do we say, 800, so 1400 will work, right? 1400 will work. We'll need some power cables. We'll need a pole. All right. Let's go grab some blocks here. Should just be able to click these and combine them with like stuff there. Alright, okay. Alright. Now we want kind of facing away from the sun, but I'm not super worried about that yet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A little tight over here on this side, huh? I don't even know if a solar would work. Maybe just the evenings. I don't know. A little sketchy. Now here we can go in a snap build. Sometimes it'll make it a little easier. We'll turn those solar panels around because that's going to drive me crazy. So this is the bigger one, and I did turn this one on later. I don't think there's any reason to get the bigger motor, guys. It doesn't seem like it's producing any faster. was just irritating me a little bit. So now while we're moving some dirt, we'll be making passive income. That looks a little better, even though the sun's really still not getting it. We're going to clear this off anyway. But now I want to do it sooner than later. 132, and this one I turned on a little later. And 176, I mean, I guess we'll see overall, long term, it might make a difference. But guys, I do appreciate you hanging out with me today, as always. Until next time, have fun digging that dirt. I am out of here.